Adobe Lightroom costs $120 a year. This tool does the exact same thing, runs faster, and costs $0. It's called RapidRAW. Look, I get it. Lightroom is the industry standard. Everyone uses it, but you're paying $10 every single month for software that takes forever to load, crashes randomly, and locks you into Adobe subscription forever. RapidRAW changes that. It's completely free, open source, handles RAW files just like Lightroom, and it's actually faster. No subscription, low license key, just download it and you're done. And by the end of this video, you're going to see a real photo edit side by side. And honestly, I can't justify paying Adobe anymore after using this. So let me show you how to install it, then we'll edit an actual photo so you can see what this thing can really do. So let's open here the web browser and let's search for RapidRAW. So this is the Lightroom alternative, and we can go here to this first website, getrapidraw.com, the RAW editor you've been waiting for. A beautiful, non-destructive and GPU accelerated RAW image editor built with performance in mind. Just 20 megabytes lighter than a RAW image. Down below here we can also see pretty much the features, a faster, smarter workflow. So it has GPU accelerated engine, advanced AI masking, complete image library, powerful preset system, non-destructive workflow, generative AI tools as well, and professional adjustments like tone curves, HSL color mixer, detail enhancement, and effects. So pretty much you can see also the screenshots, the AI tools which has built in, like the AI masking, automatic image tagging, and also simple generative replace. And by the way, this is completely free. So right now, let me pretty much show you how to install it on your computer. So you can click here on download the latest version, and you can go here down to the RapidRAW GitHub page. And down below here, you will see pretty much a ton of the screenshots. And if you want to download it to your computer, click here to download latest version. Here down below, pretty much you will see the files. This is available for Linux users, Windows users, as well as the macOS users. By the way, if you are on macOS, you will have to run this command after the installation of this program. If you don't run it, this application will not actually work. And on Windows here, you will just have to click on more info and run anyway. So pretty much here, I will get the installer like this. Let's click on the install file. And right now you should see this pop up, Windows protected your PC. Just click here on more information and then click run anyway. And then pretty much follow the installation instructions because the setup overall is quite straightforward. And now it's completed. Let's click on next here, run RapidRAW. Let's click on finish here. And this is pretty much right now RapidRAW program, the free Adobe Lightroom alternative. A blazingly fast GPU accelerated RAW image editor. Open a folder to begin. Now here we can also click here to go to the settings and change the theme. Pretty much currently it's set to dark. We can go here to the light as well, but down below here you will also find a ton of the other themes like gray, then we have muted green, blue, we have sepia, then we also have snow and also arctic. But I think that this one right here, blue one, looks the best in my opinion. And you can also here down below enable editor theme, which will dynamically change the editor colors based on the current image. So let's try this one as well. Active library sorting, then we have window effects, which is transparency. Let's also try to enable this, and let's toggle the transparency here. Of course, it will tax system a little bit more, but I think it's worth it because the program looks even better. Then here, of course, you also have some of the adjustments and the lenses which you can add. And down below here, you have the tagging. So pretty much here, this program will use the AI tagging to add, for example, portrait shots, landscape, architecture, food, street, family, etc. So right now, you can also go here to the processing, and here on top you can see preview resolution here. You can change that to whatever options here you prefer. This program also uses generative AI. And then here on top you will also find the shortcuts tab. So pretty much you can see which of the shortcuts this app actually uses. So right now let's try to edit a few of the images. So here I will click on open folder, and here I already have this folder with a ton of the images. As you can see here, right now it started to pretty much load here, and here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 images here, which I can edit using this program. So right now let's try to edit, for example, this image right here. And then on the right here, you will find the adjustments like basic ones, brightness, contrast. So for example, let's put the brightness slightly up here. Let's put the contrast as well. Then we have here the highlights. Let's put them here, for example, -16. Shadows, let's increase them to slightly 5. And then whites here as well, let's put them slightly down, -15. And then here we also have the blacks. So let's decrease them slightly, for example, to -8. And then down below here, we have the curves. So pretty much you can also change here the curve slightly like this, or even here on top, you can also add one more point. And let's put it like that. And down below, we have even color like temperature. We can, for example, go even to 100 and you can see that image looks very yellow, but we can also put it to slightly more blue. So I think here I will go with, let's say, -15 to go towards slightly more blue. And then we have here tint. So the one is purple here and the other here is slightly green. I think I will leave it here to 0. If we scroll here down below, we have the presence. So let's see what this one actually does. Adds a bit more vibrance to the image. So let's put this one here to -25. And then here we have the saturation. Let's put this one to 92. And of course, here we have the color grading tab as well. For example, you can put here the midtones to, let's say, let's put them here to slightly more yellow ones, because the car here is yellow. And then here we have another option, which I think is brightness. So let's put it here to something like this. Shadows, we can also decrease or increase them right here. Blending and balance. And then here we have the hue. So if you want this really nice hue effect, you can also increase it right here. Luminance here, we can, for example, put it to -15. And then down below here, you have the details, for example, sharpening. If you want, you can even make the image sharper. And down below, we have the presence, clarity, dehaze. For example, if you put the dehaze to -100, it will look something like this, but let's put it here something to like this. Then we have the structure and also the center, whatever that means. I will put it here to 0. And then down below, we have this effect. So we have the glow effect. We can increase it. For example, we can increase this one to, let's say, 39. Halation, this is the effect which makes the image more filmic-like. So let's put it here to 21. And light flares we also have, as you can see here. There are some light flares. So let's put it something like this, to 42. You can also select here a lot, and then you have vignette here. You can see here how the vignette here looks like. I think I'm gonna just leave it to the 0 or -1. And down below here we have the grain. If you want to add the grain to your image, you can also do this right here. And then you have the size and the roughness. Now on the right here, you will also find the crop options. You can pretty much crop the image however you want. Here you have 4:3, 3:2, 16:9, 21:9, and the other aspect ratios as well. Then you have the rotation, geometry, and then here the next one is mask. Let's click here on foreground, and here you can see that it's selected here the car perfectly. And then here we can also here, for example, put in some basic edits to the mask. So here you can see that the car is selected. Let's put in, for example, brightness slightly. So here we will only change the appearance of the car. Then we have the contrast here. Let's put this one to, let's say, 30. Then we have the highlights as well. Let's put them to the 15. Whites, shadows, blacks, and the other options as well here, like the color grading and stuff like that. Effects as well. So you have the halation effect here on the car. You can add it as well. Pretty much here, the AI mask works surprisingly well. Then here you also have the subject mask, sky, radial, linear. And then we can also go here to download the community presets. You have the in-painting option as well here, and then the save one. Now, for example, you don't know pretty much what would you like to edit here. So you can simply go here to the top option, which is adjust. And then here you will find this option, auto adjust image. You can then click on this and it will edit the image for you, as you can see. But you can also go back here and it will reset all of the adjustments for you as well. Then here you can also see, for example, before and after the edit, if you toggle this option. So pretty much it works surprisingly well, I think. To save this image to your computer, let's click here on the export, and then here you have the presets, for example, high quality or web. Let's click here on high quality. I will select here PNG, and then just click here on export image, and here you will also see estimated file size. And now let me pretty much show you the image before and after the edit. So yeah, this is pretty much RapidRAW Adobe Lightroom alternative. It's free, but one thing which I have to admit here is that on Windows it actually crashed when editing an image. So this is why I had to pretty much switch to macOS to edit this image here of this Mercedes car. But overall, I think for the free Adobe Lightroom alternative, it's quite good. Installation is quite simple, and the simplicity of how to use the program is very simple, straightforward. Adjustments are working like a breeze, and everything here can be pretty much adjusted on the image, just like on the Lightroom program. Now, I will put a download link in the video description down below if you want to check it out. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all around in the next video.